Sports Interactive have dropped the teaser trailer for Football Manager 26. Everyone's reacting to it, so I guess we might as well do the same. Let's have a look, shall we? So as you'll have seen by now, the teaser trailer has come out. Football Manager 26 is official, and whilst we might not have seen too much, there is a few things from that teaser which we can take and talk about and start to put some context on. The first thing, of course, we'll have to mention is you do get a little bit of actual match day graphics or experience. It looks like a cutscene, to be honest, from the start of the match, which of course shows the Premier League branding. Now, we know the Premier League license is in FM26. They're going to be massively pushing that. It is, of course, at time of recording, the weekend that the Premier League starts. So it's no real surprise that the teaser dropped this week to kind of build on that momentum and that excitement of the Premier League coming back. So what we see is that initial match day presentation. Now, I've said in the past, the match day presentation needs to be improved. It did improve when they got the European licenses. So you got your Champions League, Europa Conference. Those matches feel a little bit more special. There's a bit more branding to them. So things do feel a little bit different with the music as well, of course. It looks very much like in this version, we are going to go one step further. And we're going to get some full, proper pre-match presentation. Not quite FIFA levels, although, interestingly, the EAFC logo does feature on that presentation screen. What does that mean? I don't know. Genuinely, I've got no idea. Does it mean anything? Maybe it doesn't mean anything. Maybe this is the thing. We're starting to look for things that are there that are not there. I thought it was worth mentioning. What is worth noting, though, is the fact that the graphics are much, much cleaner and much crisper. And it does look like, yes, we are going to get a significant graphical upgrade from the versions that we're currently playing. With that, of course, comes some positivity. Some people looking at that thinking, okay, this looks better than it has before. Some people, of course, looking at that going, well, my old laptop is going to struggle. And possibly is probably the answer there, okay? Possibly. We've had this discussion before. The graphics do need to improve, whether you use them or not. It's a video game in 2025. It has to look better than what you can currently get on a mobile phone from every other game, okay? It just has to. Simple as that. Whether you use the graphics, whether you use the 3D engine, the 2D engine, text only, it doesn't matter. We're looking at a game now that is reaching 20 million players. The graphics need to be improved, and I think even from those couple of snippets that we've seen, it's safe to say the graphics have improved. And yes, for some people that might mean that they can't play the game to the full levels that they expect to because their hardware possibly can't support it. And for that, I'm sure Sports Interactive are sorry, but what I believe is they've probably made it still run on the lowest spec they can possibly do. So I guess we have to kind of do a little bit of assumption at this point and wait and see when the actual specs come out, how much of a jump it's going to be from from last year's game. From Football Manager 24 to Football Manager 26. And I've realised it is officially called Football Manager 26 as well. Some people thought that maybe they wouldn't have the year on the title. They'd maybe just call it Football Manager and it's a brand new era. But it is officially Football Manager 26. So staying on the graphics, we've got that pre-match render, that cutscene. We see the Premier League title, and let's face it, if you've watched my content, that's probably the closest to the Premier League title I'm ever going to get. It looks nice. Can't imagine I'm going to get my hands on it. And whilst I would love to have loads more to say on this, I don't think there is really too much to say because we haven't seen any of the user interface, the UI, so we don't know what that looks like. We haven't seen a release date yet. We haven't seen any more mention of more leagues, more features. We don't know about whether things that have been taken out in the past have now been added back in. All that will come in due course. I think this is like a little bit earlier than when we normally get news. I could be wrong. But I think getting some news in August is not really how it usually happens. So obviously there's a level of excitement, I think, as I said before, tied in with the Premier League starting. So Sports Interactive figured, let's strike while the iron's hot. And that's where we are. So we will presumably start getting more information. It's probably worth mentioning on this teaser that this is only really the PC teaser. We don't know anything yet about mobile, about Football Manager Touch, about Football Manager Console. So there clearly will be more information coming in due course. I know people want everything now, but we have to be patient. Don't worry. I waited 16 years for Oasis to come back. The wait is worth it. For now, We have a teaser. We have a game. And in the words of young people, we are back. I feel so old saying that. So that's my thoughts on it. Let me know what you think in the comments. What did you take away from the teaser? What are you excited about? What are you still concerned about? And look, let's be happy. FM26 is official. It is going to happen. We've just got to bide our time.